Dad, is it ever gonna snow?
I don't know, sweetheart. It's been tough lately. Last year it was El Nino. This year it's...
El Succo.
What does it mean to children when snow comes down and fills their yard and makes it a snow day?
Snow day, snow day, snow day! No school, no school. Anything can happen, Hal.
Yeah, we don't have school. We don't have school. Let's play some football. Let's play some hockey. Let's do something.
Snow day is when you get a day off of school. That's cool. Snow day is what every kid wants.
Schools close, businesses close, havoc in the town.
No homework, no teachers, no study hall, no nothing.
You can stay home and drive your parents crazy, and that's snow day.
Life is boring. Life is the same. The snowstorm comes. Everybody seizes the day.
No school, no responsibility, nothing. And that's exactly what this is about, is a snow day and then the magic that can happen on a snow day.
Snow, and lots of it, folks. I want to tell you something. This one almost caught us by surprise, but we were right on top of it.
I can't remember seeing a movie about a snow day. I mean, you know, there's so many great little moments that we all remember about listening to the radio for closures and, you know, digging out your driveway, then having the plow come by and, you know, pack you back in and all that stuff. I mean, there's just so many great moments you remember from being a kid.
I remember one time at about the age of 15 or 14, getting some guys together and pouring water all over the driveways that were steep and led up to our high school so that the buses would slide as soon as it turned to ice.
Well, I live in New York City, and we kind of get garbage days a lot. But we do get a lot of snow days, too. And my friends and I love it. We get to play together, we make snow forts, we fall in them. It's great.
They're very prepared to deal with snow days in Minnesota. Whereas in Philly, where I did a lot more of my real growing up, I would say, I mean, we get a little bit of freezing rain and they totally freak out and shut down school for like a week.
I grew up in New York City and we did have snow days. They were a little different than the snow days in Snow Day. They were more sort of urban snow days.
We had a street that had not a flake of snow on it, 60-degree weather, and this was our main street, Wilkerson Street, that the Branstons live on, and it had to look like that pristine first morning snow. So we had an amazing team of snow makers that came in, and they started by laying down something like, I don't know, 1,500 bales of hay, which creates bulk. And then underneath that, we lay down plastics to keep the ground frozen. For doing the trees, we use foam that we spray that can reach up to about 120 feet. So then on top of that, we trucked in 450 truckloads of snow.
I come to set, and it's like, we're at this place where there's no snow, and then we come here, and all of a sudden, there's like mountains of snow. And I mean, they've done an excellent job of making the snow just look so natural. And there was this one scene where we were on this street, and there was cars just covered in snow.
You have the Branston family lives in Syracuse, New York. You have Hal Branston, Natalie Branston, Randy Branston. You have mom and dad, and everybody has their own little storyline going on. Hal wants to be with this really beautiful girl named Claire. His best friend Lane, I think, secretly has a crush on Hal. For Natalie, it's the dream of a snow day because it's been a winter without snow, so she desperately wants snow. And when it comes, she realizes the only thing that can ruin the snow day is
Snowplow man.
for Dad. He's got to prove himself as a weatherman. He's got to prove that he is a real weatherman. He's a good weatherman, and that you know, he's got to prove to his boss that he's better than the gimmicks and the bells and whistles and the costumes that she makes him wear.
I'm a meteorologist, Tina. Last time I checked, meteorologists wore pants.
Well, the last time I checked, we were number 3 in a 3-station market. Therefore, wear the skirt or hit the bricks.
He's the third lowest rated weatherman in a 3-station city. So he needs to be, unfortunately, dressed up in funny costumes, etc., that jangle him.
Tom, I know this is hard on your dignity. Unless we find a way to beat Chad Simmons,
Hey, you want to take
we're
a ride?
stuck.
Come on.
Pam Grier, that was like a dream come true. I mean, you know, had a crush on her since I was like 12, so, you know, that was amazing to meet her and work with her.
She's the boss of this network and being pressured to get the ratings up. So whatever it takes, she's going to ride Tom, played by Chevy Chase, until we get those ratings.
There's this mean man named Snowplow Man.
He goes around and he just plows every single street and just kills every kid's snow day.
'Cause
he doesn't like kids.
I play Roger Stubblefield, the snowplow man in the film, and he's basically the villain. He's the guy who's trying to stop a snow day from turning into a double snow day or a triple snow day.
Me and my friends Chet and Wayne go and we try to take over the snowplow.
We do anything to stop him.
And we end up tying Snowplow Man to a pole.
I've never played a bad guy in a drama, so I don't know what that's like. And when you play a bad guy in a comedy, it's basically, you approach it, I think, pretty much the same way you approach playing the good guy in a comedy. It's just, you're just trying to find the funny moments in it.
Listen to the wind!
That's not the wind!
The snowplow is just this monster piece of machinery that is intimidating when the motor is turned off, and when the motor is turned on, it really is just like this huge monster that roars down the street.
Hello?
Hello, Snowplow Man. There's someone here who wants to say hi to you.
Trudy! Trudy, honey! Are you okay, baby? They haven't hurt you yet, have they, honey?
Working with the crows was not pleasant. They're not particularly cooperative. Working with the kids was great.
To continue in the party mood, I'd like to make a special snow day dedication to Claire Bonner.
I think that there's something about Mark Webber, who plays my oldest son, who's really the lead in the movie, I think, pretty much, that draws you to him. And I feel as if he's my son. I don't have a son, but I'm going to adopt him.
I'm really fascinated with this girl, Claire Bonner, who's pretty much the most popular, most beautiful girl in our school. And when I get a snow day, I go on this big adventure to try and get closer to her and return this bracelet of hers that I found while I fell into the pool while she was diving.
She loves diving, that's her passion. And she's been with Chuck Wheeler, Mr. House of Pain Chuck, for a long time. And she's coming to realize that she doesn't like his ways very much. And here, Hal comes and knows all these things about her that Chuck doesn't.
Chuck, what color are my eyes?
They're green, of course. Why that darkest shade of green? It looks a lot like brown. I'm completely on top of it.
Chuck Wheeler. I like to think that he's not the cardboard, stereotypical dumb jock, but that he's got, you know, character, that he's misunderstood. He's the villain.
I hate Chuck. He's horrible. He's basically the enemy, you know, my arch nemesis.
Although I would never believe that he could be my nemesis.
He's, you know, the big bully, chasing me around all the time, throws me around, chases me on snowmobiles.
So I spend the movie trying to find him and right what I think is a terrible wrong.
Not a nice guy.
You are so dead.
What? I can't hear you.
I play Wayne, and he's kind of a neurotic, paranoid type kid, usually the butt of the jokes.
Ah! No! Don't leave me here! I don't want to die with my pants down!
But he's got some really nice friends named Natalie and Chet, and they go through a lot of adventures together.
I got your standard slush ball, the ever-popular moon ball. I've got the jelly-filled snow nut. And this one speaks for itself.
I think my favorite scene in this picture that I'm in is the scene where I just go nuts and grab the kid. Kids, as unpredictable as the weather. May I borrow that little chisel thing just for a second? Oh, come on, just for a second. Hey, you want the mic? No, take the mic. Give me that. It's for your own good.
I think my favorite scene in the film is when I'm attacked by about 300 kids. It's my favorite scene because it was the hardest to shoot, and it made it into the movie, so that's why it's my favorite.
The dynamics are really what these children are going through, and in a sense, they're all going through some sort of initiation ritual.
It's beautiful to have that one snow day. It's even more beautiful to have a second, if you can sneak that out. Because, you know, I remember that when I was a kid. You know, the end of your first snow day, you'd be wondering, man, are they going to call school again tomorrow?
That clam dip's got to learn the winter's not over till we say it's over.
I say we go for 2. No, 3.
Yeah, 3 snow days, and I get to drive his truck. Sorry you can't join us.
No!
It's gonna be a real hoo-ha!
Rudy! Rudy!
And now it's time for an exclusive behind the scenes of Nickelodeon's newest movie, Snow Day.
She was lost and gone forever. My name is Josh Peck. I play Wayne in Snow Day. I don't want to die like this. The film has a little bit of everything. It has romance, a love story. It's got a lot of adventure and action. Right now, they're battling Stubblefield, the notorious snowplow man.
You can call me Roger.
We all see Snowplow Man and we want revenge. You've stolen your last snow day from us. All these kids, they brought their hockey gear, they brought their sticks. They're ready to battle.
I'm about to get pummeled by all these kids.
Everybody runs out to here, okay?
And now it's time for
Snow, and lots of it, folks.
An exclusive behind the scenes of Nickelodeon's newest movie, Snow Day.
All schools are officially closed for a snow day.
The movie's called Snow Days. Our job is mainly to move snow from one place to the next, to make it look like it's just fallen. I'm just putting snow in a bucket and trying to cover that cement over there.
How easy is this?
I hate snow. I hated snow before I started this, and I hate snow now. All I've done is shift snow. Hundreds of tons of it. Started out with the whale.
You made this for me?
Now it's moved on to just about anything else. There's usually 4 or 5 of us. The other ones are down at the bottom of the hill moving snow there.
And now it's time for an exclusive behind the scenes of Nickelodeon's newest movie, Snow Day.
Hello, Snowplow Man.
Hi, Zena.
Hi. He's supposed to be mean, but he's not really.
You're sweet. Wow.
I'm sorry, it's just so funny.
Now, what is your basic part?
I play Snowplow Man, who's the villain in this. He's the guy who does not want to give these kids another snow day. He has a huge snowplow and looks out for any street that might be closed off. And then as far as the teeth are concerned, when I got this part, the first thing I did was say, well, I should just stop brushing my teeth. That's what we have now.
And now it's time for an exclusive behind the scenes of Nickelodeon's newest movie, Snow Day.
We're extras in the film Snow Day. We're the background, so you'll see us walk behind the actors and actresses. Let's say I was the actor, and I'd be standing there, and they'd be walking all behind me. And we have to hold props, because sometimes they get us to use them. This is my prop that they asked me to bring.
Okay, make sure you don't look straight ahead, you don't look at the camera, be talking to each other, remember to be miming.
For this scene, 2 of us are going to be walking toward the scene and one of us will be walking away.
After a few times, they say, and then we do it all over again.
We go back and forth, back and forth. Ooh, gets me tired.
Nickelodeon is giving you the scoop on the movie Snow Day. Snow Day memories.
Snow day. Okay, I had a snow day. Snow days, you know, when you're in school and there's a major storm and everything gets shut down. It was the best day.
It's snowing very hard, very deep, and you don't have to go to school.
And it meant you could play all day. No homework, no teachers, no study hall, no nothing.
All your friends rush out. Yeah, we don't have school. We don't have school. Let's play some football. Let's play some hockey. Let's do something.
Boy, I think just the feeling that the authorities are not in control. That's the coolest thing. You're getting something for nothing, basically. You're getting a free day.
It's pretty exciting, and you listen to the radio or the TV, and they tell you which school districts are closed, and the kids are all sitting there praying that they name theirs.
One of the best things I remember, sentences coming over the radio as a child, was hearing my school, Fox Lane.
And when it happened, you were just like, ah! I still have that feeling like I want to turn on the radio every morning after a big blizzard, and just like that feeling that maybe they'll say, and all grown-ups don't have to go to work today.
Man, that was some snow. That was some deep, drilling snow.
It was great. It was in Washington, D.C., and the snow was up to my thigh. We got about 35 inches.
It was up to the roof line of our house, and we had to literally build forts or tunnels to actually get out.
We actually had to go out the second-story window and dig to open the front door.
My room was on the second floor, and I could jump out my window onto the snowdrifts to get out during the day. Huge, huge.
We made this like amazingly elaborate tunnel from the front door of our house out through the yard and actually punched a little hole out onto the street. So it was just like this maze that went underground. It was pretty great.
And then we dug a big fort inside that was kind of like an igloo.
I think it was in 1993, and people were skiing on Fifth Avenue, and it was wonderful.
You didn't even know where the sidewalk or the street was. You just got to walk because it was covered with snow. And my mom gave us unlimited hot chocolate. It was great.
We're just jumping on things that we didn't even know were cars.
I remember one time our pond froze over and we went ice skating.
Homemade toboggans, like race sleds, we'd obviously time, because you know, we all had little digital watches, so we'd time ourselves, and it was like luge almost, you know? We didn't know what luge was, but we were doing it.
Making snow.
We're moving into a city now that has no snow whatsoever, and we have to recreate a whole, you know, basically a whole city block of a snow day.
Artificially, it's very simple to make snow. What you need is a cold temperature, below freezing, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and water. So this is the same process that we try to imitate here on Earth as it happens in the sky. What we have here, this setup here, is we have two small towers and a high tower, which produces snow. We're making real snow this evening, and it's with a mixture of water and air. Now what we do is we pump through water through a hydrant system, and then we have an air system which actually casts the water farther away. We break the little molecules of water into small little bits and pieces, which then casts up in the air, creates a vortex, gives it time for the little ice crystal to form, and hence snow. Given enough cool temperature and lots of water, we can make a snow day happen.
For doing the trees, we use foam that we spray that can reach up to about 120 feet.
So that's one technique. The other technique is we go out to farm the snow off the ski hill, push it down with the big snow cats. We'll be putting them in trucks and then bringing them over to our neighborhood. Right now, I think we're up to somewhere around 2,000 truckloads of snow that we've brought in to, you know, several different sets on this show alone.
We used enough snow to go from here to the moon and back again.
The sheer amount of snow that we've moved around on this picture is just, you know, pretty phenomenal when you start, you know, not like hundreds of truckloads, we're talking thousands of truckloads now.
I showed up on the set. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I'm getting out of my car, it's spring, you know, the birds are chirping, the flowers are coming up. I round the corner onto our set, and it's like dead of winter, and it's amazing.
I think it's quite realistic.
We can't do a movie called Snow Day and, you know, have it look fake.
Snow Day, and as you can see, they're bringing in all the fake snow. But while they're doing that, I'm going to show you how to make a real snow angel. Now you got to get a good grip of your feet. Then you got to make sure you don't make any marks, so it's just a quick fall back. Woo! So you're lying down and you start moving your arms back and forth. Then your legs follow. You've got to do this for at least 30 seconds, because you want your snow angel to be great.
The problem is getting up. Because how do you get up without ruining your angel? That's the trick.
I mean, there's always going to be that handprint you make when you climb out.
Come here. You got to have a friend there to kind of yank you up.
Not always. Work in the buddy system when you do a snow angel and help each other get out, and then it's...
I believe in the full twist. You see? I didn't even break it. And that's lesson 2 of making a snow angel.
Snow Skidoo.
The most difficult scene to shoot was probably the snowmobile chase, because we were out in the middle of nowhere. We were shooting very difficult rigs where we had Steadicams, which is a system that stabilizes the camera, harnessed to the back of snowmobiles to track in front of the actual picture snowmobiles that had Hal and Chuck's goon friends on them.
It's quite involved. There's a lot of sequences, probably over 40 to 50 some setups
in the whole Skidoo chase. We actually have 2 stunt guys that are playing the parts of Steve and Greg, so that really helps us because they're excellent snowmobilers. So we can shoot right in on them, and they ride all their own machines. And actually, Mark and David, the 2 actors that play the boys, are doing fantastic. They're riding their Skidoos real good, and that makes my job real easy. We have a camera vehicle that we're riding, and we have a steady cam that's mounted on the back of it. And then we have the focus puller that's riding on the front of the Skidoo, and then we have the key grip that's driving the Skidoo, and then we actually have the director riding on the side of the Skidoo so he can watch what the action is. So there's 4 of them on one Skidoo, plus that Skidoo's towing one of the Skidoos behind with the actor on it. And then we have the other actor coming in and banging on him, and this is all for our close-ups.
Hal's riding along, Chuck and his 2 buddies catch up on either side of him, okay? And then Chuck's one buddy starts to grab him by the shoulders, and the other one starts to grab him, and then Hal drops back, and the 2 guys lock their sleds together, and then Chuck kicks one of the sleds free, and that's Greg, and Greg goes flying away and rides into a snowman.
So you want to make a snowball?
Snowballs.
Now the art of making a snowball, something you have to perfect, took me seconds and seconds of hard work. Now, as you can see here, we have some beautiful white snow. You have to take a big clump of it, like a lot, because you can never have too much snow. Now, you have to dig. You have to dig for it. You think this is enough snow? It's not. You have to go back for some more.
The secret to making a good snowball is you have to make it perfectly round, and if you're starting off, if you're like a starter, you should make it small.
That's about enough for my snowball. Now you have to knead it like bread.
It's got to be somewhere between sort of icy, slushy snow and powdery snow so that it will sort of stick together like, you know. Of course, you don't want it to be too icy because then you'll give someone a concussion.
But be gentle like you're holding a baby. Now, it's a good idea to wear some gloves because it can get pretty cold. Twisting it all around and you got a pretty snowball. Look at that. A true piece of art. Masterpiece.
I import my snowballs from Finland. They're manufactured there, and they're the best quality. So I don't use my homemade, no, just the best.
I got your standard slush ball, always dependable. The ever-popular moon ball, the last thing he sees is you mooning him. I've got the jelly-filled snow nut. And this one speaks for itself.
Now the most important thing, the throw. Push. You have to throw hard like a pitcher, but be accurate. You either throw a little bit to the right, or a little bit to the left. Now I'm going for that Plymouth over there. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be throwing snowballs all of next week.
It's now or never.
I'll go now.
Now remember, when you throw, this is how you have to throw. You're gonna shift your weight from this to that. You're gonna bring this ball back behind your ear and come right through as you shift your weight.
Okay.
With a little wrist snap, okay? And look right at her. Okay, try it. That was good.
Snowsuits.
A lot of layers. First, you have your silks. Now they're very soft and warm, but you wouldn't think silks are too warm. They are.
Long underwear top, I have a turtleneck, I have fleece shirt.
We have to wear long johns. Another pair of long johns over it. Then we have to wear these big, thick socks.
And then wear these big boots that we're all wearing that are called swirls. And it's all about keeping your feet off of the snow.
Get some hot shots, people. Get some hot shots and stick them in your shoes.
Gloves, which have little heaters in them, I'll show you.
And then when it gets really cold, there's something called a snow goose, which I do not have on. But when you put it on, you can basically only see this much of everybody. So you all have to go like this. It's such a big coat, you have to put a name tag so that people know who you are.
And then, of course, a rubber bra and a skirt.
See the snow in Nickelodeon's new movie, Snow Day.